What's up, guys? Welcome to week 10 of the PGBL, also known as the last week of the regular season. I'm playing the Claremont Cleffas this week, and I have put little to no thought into my team whatsoever, which is always going to make things interesting. My matchup, I'm not terribly intimidated by my matchup, but I also cannot let my guard down because there are a few things in here that will definitely throw me for a loop. Ready to go whenever. Don't see you. Dark 2 Light 2 says you should leave that part in as a blooper. Well, I'd have to put them through Adobe Premiere because they're now separate videos. I'll think about it. Oh, there we go. I found her. Whew. So, I'm not sure how playoff standings work out exactly. I've never been in a situation like this. If it does work out, then I think my score is in a decent enough standing. We'll see how it pans out. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% how this stuff works. But I'll pick the rules myself. Picking plain ass normal rules. And then anticipating team. So, you guys will probably notice on this team, I have brought Zygarde, Medicham, Ferrothorn, Gengar, Zapdos, and instead of Silvally, I have actually brought Primeape. The ape has escaped. I am actually using Primeape for week 10. Because my opponent has one fighting resist, which is very frail. I had to leave Silvally at home. Well, A, to give the dog a break, and B, there's a lot of variety to where a particular type of Silvally won't really benefit me at all, but having a strong fighting type presence is always a very good decision. Okay, so my opponent has definitely opted for a lot of electric. We'll make sure to keep this in mind. My opponent did bring Kommo-o. My opponent did bring Arcanine. There are a lot of ground weaknesses, which is really good to keep in mind. This is pretty interesting. She does have Fire, Water, Grass as well. Let me pull up my damage calc in the meantime. I don't think she actually... oh, the Mega's Blastoise. Yeah. So... let me go ahead and lock in now. And then we'll skip to our next track. There's one damage calc I want to know right off the bat. That actually does not do is... oh, wait, no, this could be different. Nope. Okay. Good to know. And fun it shall be. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see what the ape can do. It's not Mega Man Electric, though. And unless it's Sash, we do take our first kill. It's not sashed. So, Primeape already. I have revealed myself as Scarf. But this is in return for a full Mon. A full Manectric is gone. I no longer have to worry about overheat on Ferrothorn. The damage calc I did earlier was to check whether or not I could do damage, decent damage to Tapu Koko. I do need a little bit of chip on Koko in order to make things work out. Now, against my better instincts, I'm going to make this play. Drain Punch. Is this a physical Sceptile? That's really interesting. I can tell you that's not at all what I was expecting, for sure. I don't... Goes for another one. Okay. I just want my rocks here. That's all I want. So we'll get those rocks. It took I do think this is going to be an unburdened set. I do kind of wonder what it can do to Gengar, though. Okay, and she does have a few other Mons. I'd love to predict the switch out to Komao and go for a Dazzling Gleam. I'm just gonna play it safe for now. Goes out to Blastoise. I think this is a mid-ground play, which... that kind of works out too, I guess. And fortunately, the Blastoise cannot spin on me. That does a very good amount. And I'm pretty sure this is her Mega. I just want to make sure she's not able to spin. So, if I lose if I lose Gengar to a Dark Pulse, so be it. I just want to make sure she's not able to spin once again. And she does... oh, we get a high roll on that one. Whew. Good job, Gengar. The best part is because of the amount of damage it's doing. I haven't revealed my item because I haven't had to switch, but Gengar's in here. Now, if her Komao is bulletproof and she thinks I'm Specs, this is kind of bad news bears for her because I'm not sure what kind of bait play this is, unless it's Scarf Komao. It's not. I do have Dazzling Gleam. It's 4 times super effective. I do get rid of Komao. So I think that was potentially for the... oh, man. This game is going a little... this game's going kind of fast. So here's the Koko. The Koko is one of the main things I was scared of. I think, honestly, my main option is... now, there's no Excadrill, which is something I found kind of interesting. She has Sceptile, she has Arcanine, she has Koko left. Sceptile, Arcanine, and Koko. I'm gonna sack. If I live it, then freaking crazy. Oh yeah, I didn't think I lived it. That's fine. That's a dangerous switch. And I want to scout. I want to see if she has a hidden power fire. That'd be really good information for me. Plus, it might coax in the Arcanine sooner. If she has fire, then it means she doesn't have ice for Zygarde. If she has ice, she probably... Okay, so she does stay into Volt Switch. Which means that Sceptile is going to take a beefy hit from Gyro Ball, or Arcanine's going to take Stealth Rock and Gyro Ball. So Sceptile, there's a good chance that Sceptile just dies outright right now. To the... Oh, wait, what? Oh, because that was a switch in. Wait, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That was an interesting tech. Okay, so this is Electric Seed. Electric Seed. What you call it? That's kind of cool. I got a lot of respect for that play. That's really awesome. Which means that it probably is acrobatics. But I do still have Zapdos hanging out in the back, who just doesn't really care at all about anything going on here. I have seen Electric Seed Hawlucha before, but Electric Seed Sceptile with Tapu Koko is a really, really, really cool pairing. What kind of hidden power am I? Okay, that kind of sucks. I thought I had a good hidden power there. But we'll make do. I forgot I didn't set this guy up as ice. Which is really obnoxious in this case. And I do kill it anyway, so... Now here is a lovely play. If this goes exactly the way I want it to, I'm going to have to make a special damage calc right now. +1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This turn's gonna go down pretty cool. Now, the one thing I was also considering as well is the possibility that this thing could be scarfed. There's only going to be one way we find that out, unfortunately. And that's to risk this thing. But I did get 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins, which guarantees me the kill. And she wasn't scarfed. Oh, T-Bolt and Volt Switch. True. Thank you, Dor, for that lovely little input there. And this turn's going to be an interesting turn. Because if her Arcanine is Intimidate, then it guarantees me the kill. Because I've never had Defiant... Yep, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the ape is pissed. Wow, man. And she has Protect. Okay. That's... I mean, I can see why you'd want to do that. If I was at neutral and you were a, you know, a regular Arcanine, it does around 79%. But I have the +1, which guarantees my damage roll at 89 to 110%. And Furious George comes out of the bag with 3 kills to net us the 5-0 victory, which is... Wow. Primeape, I am sorry you were a bench warmer the entire time, because you just hung so much dong that game. That was crazy. The ape has escaped. That was something. So we'll immediately jump in a locker room after this, and I'll go ahead and talk to my opponent after that as well too. But wow, Scarf Primate, Scarf Primate. I was really excited for that. I saw the amount of fighting resist she had in Team Preview, which was really only Tapu Koko. And then I actually put Earthquake on this right before I logged on to Wi-Fi, because I was like, wait, this could work out against regular Koko and Manectric and Arcanine as well. So that was pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and jump into that in just a second. And then, yes, you are correct, Isin, in that I never actually sent out Zygarde or Mega Medicham, which is kind of funny. Zygarde, in case it did have to come out, let's go back to the regular layout for this so you guys can check it out. So, Zygarde, Choice Banded Zygarde. Not entirely sure why I had Iron Tail. Really, on Banded Zygarde, you really just need Outrage and 1,000 Arrows. I think this is just a restore from a previous one. So I was just like, you know what, if it has it, it has it, it's whatever. Banded, Max Attack, Max Speed. This is Adamant, Mega Medicham. A lot of the stuff ended up being slower in this matchup. I'm specifically looking at Arcanine, Como-O, and Blastoise, as well as a few others. Anything faster than that, Mega Medicham probably wasn't going to stay in on anyways, so it wasn't really anything big to worry about. Ferrothorn was Max for special defense. I did need it to take on Tapu Koko. That was probably my biggest concern. If it was able to take on Sceptile, or if it needed to take on Sceptile, I think it would have done okay. And then Gengar. Gengar was Fightium Z. I didn't end up having to use Focus Blast, but I had Fightium Z for Crocodile as well as Excadrill. If they weren't Scarfed, I would have just blasted them. But I had no reason to. Gengar actually did a really good amount of work there as well, completely getting rid of the Como-O and the Blastoise. And then Zapdos. Zapdos, this was supposed to be Hidden Power Ice. I don't know what the hell that was. I think I must have done it wrong or something. It probably ended up being like Hidden Power Dark or something. I looked down on my bottom screen against the Sceptile. I was like, that's stupid. Why did I do that? But it's just max special attack, max speed. You know, nothing big there. And Primeape, though. Primeape, the boy, literally only had to lock in on Earthquake. And that worked out pretty well. I was looking at Crocodile and Arcanine, and I realized that with Defiant, if either of them wanted to come in, close combat would have gotten boosted net by +1, and it would have just good to go from there. But it ended up that I really only just ended up clicking Earthquake the entire time against Manectric, against Koko, and against Arcanine. And Primeape actually got 3 kills there. Outside of that, let me see. So Primeape claimed kills on the Manectric, the Koko, the Arcanine. Zapdos got the Sceptile, and Gengar got the Como-O and the Blastoise. So, hey, pretty awesome stuff. And that is actually the last game of the season, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will give you guys updates as to where things are going after this, if there is going to be anything happening after this. YouTube people, I will see you guys later. Twitch people, stay tuned. I'll go ahead and talk to you guys immediately after this. And, yeah, see you guys later.